What's up everyone? As most of you know, I recently came back from South America. No matter what trip I go on, there's one common denominator that I always struggle with, and that's packing efficiently. I recently though did a much better job, at least when you compare it to past trips. And that's because I used the Nordace backpack. I'm always trying to find backpacks that can cram as many items as I can possible, but you don't want it to be overload. So I'm gonna give you guys a review of the backpack. I had a sleek gray, this is vegan leather. Not that you guys maybe care, but I thought this had a nice pop element to it. And one of the best benefits, honestly, before I even get into this review, I'm a stickler for this. This is huge. This extra pouch, you can slide right onto your suitcase. I'm not about putting backpacks, especially when you throw a lot of items into them on your back. I'd rather just throw it on top of the suitcase, that way you can wheel it and it'll do all the work for you. So whenever you're getting a backpack, I love that Nordace has this option. More backpacks should definitely have it. We're gonna stay just with the back of this. There are a lot of extra zippers and compartments. So there's an extra one back here that you could throw some simple items in there, whether it be a passport, a wallet. I prefer to keep my wallet in my pocket, but to each his own. But a couple of small items that you know you'll need when you don't want to put them in the front or have to open your backpack. There is also an umbrella compartment. So if it's rainy out or you're going on a trip, no one wants to stuff their umbrella into the bag sometimes. This is pretty cool that you can slide the umbrella right in here and then just push it back into the bag. So I'll do that. I have a few items in here that I'll take out. I'll show you what they mean to me. Standard 2 front pockets. You can fit plenty of items in here. I was able to put my sunglasses in here. I have some eye drops, pretty simple. A string so you can tighten it. I said one of my #1 pet peeves or things I look for in a backpack is making sure that it has an extra pouch so you can slide it onto the handles of the suitcase. #2, it has to have a separate compartment for your laptop. The Nordace backpack does, so that was pretty cool. And then you have the Velcro to make sure that it doesn't slide or move up and down. There's so many components in here and small pouches, and I think that's really helpful because myself, I always have these small items that I feel that I have to bury all the way at the bottom of my suitcase or at the bottom of my bag. I'm currently reading the Richard Branson book, so I thought that was something I would throw in here. My watch cases, I always have several watches on. I kind of bury the lead. I spoke about all of the highlights of the backpack, but how could I forget this? The USB charger that comes with this backpack. It's pretty simple. Just charge your phone with it. You don't find a lot of backpacks that have that. I know I have forgotten, and I'm sure you have too, your charger several times. So just use this. You can have an adapter if you have a different kind of phone. Pretty simple and straightforward. The one downside I would say about this backpack is, depending on what kind of traveler you are, is that this is not a backpack that you would use for a week trip. A weekend getaway, that's one thing. You can throw some shoes in here, a laptop, a few other items, and clothes. But if you're looking for a week trip, this probably is gonna be a little bit too small for that. We all have different reasons why we use our backpacks, but I do think that for the everyday essentials, there's more than enough in here. I gave you the pros, I gave you the cons, it's up to you. I purchased this backpack and I recommend it to anyone that was looking to travel. I hate having backpacks that are just so vanilla, where it's straightforward and you can't find certain items because it's buried at the bottom. You're not gonna find that issue with Nordace. So I would say get this, the vegan leather, good material. I hate using backpacks. After just one use, you can tell, yeah, this isn't gonna last me several more trips. This is not in that same category. Purchase the Nordace backpack.